Today I'm going to be sharing with you a kaleidoscope placement using Pulp Riot's new Precious Metals collection. Hi friends, my name is Kait Perez, Caitlin Bridget on TikTok and Instagram, and Hair by Kait on YouTube. Have you ever struggled melting together different tones that aren't exactly complementary on the color wheel? Today I'm going to show you a really simple technique that will have you nailing different toned melts every single time. Our goal for this look was to create something really hypnotic, but we wanted to use both shades on the same head. Sometimes melting colors together that are so opposite on the color wheel can be annoying because we really want to make sure that we don't have any muddy or weird shades where they meet. The kaleidoscope placement makes each of our colors flow into the next one without unintentionally causing neutralized spots or harsh lines. Now, before applying my semi-colors, I needed to prep my canvas. I started by pre-toning the hair using our high-speed toners. Pre-toning is one of my favorite tricks to use whenever I'm doing a semi. It really helps anchor my semis and gives them a little bit more depth. If pre-toning is new to you, no worries at all. We're going to be talking about how to pre-tone, when to pre-tone, and everything else you need to know later. But first, let's go into my color technique. For our pre-toning of our kaleidoscope look, I used rose gold at the root in a 1:2 ratio with 6 volume. And Moonstone with just a pinch of rose gold through the mids and ends in a 1:2 ratio, also with 6 volume. Before I begin, I'm going to make sure that I have all of the tools that I need. I'll be using 4 gator clips, a rat tail comb, and a pair of gloves, plus 2 color bowls and brushes. The next thing that we're going to do to really set ourselves up for success here is to get everything sectioned. I find that with any color application, if you just spend a little bit of time before you even pick up your color brush, getting your sections mapped out and your game plan in place, you'll have a way easier time during the actual application process. The initial sectioning for our kaleidoscope is standard 4 quadrants, based on where your client parts their hair. Today we're working off of a middle part. If your client parts your hair on the side, you'll just work off of that part line. I'm starting at the hairline, following that part back to right behind the ear, then I'm going to connect it down. And that's going to be your first quadrant. To get your second quadrant, you'll do the same thing on the other side. For our back 2 quadrants, all you're going to do is just split the remainder of the hair vertically down the middle, and then you have quadrants 3 and 4. We're going to start at the hairline and work backwards in diagonal back sections. Our overdirection is all going to be pulled forward towards the face. And pro tip, we love to work smarter, not harder. So we're overdirecting forward instead of up to keep the control and to be more gentle on our bodies while we're working. Saturation with semis is key regardless of what you're doing. If your subsection is too large, your color may not penetrate all the way through, and that causes spottiness and missed sections. It is the worst thing to finish your entire color service and see a little blonde polka dot peeking through at you. I know, because I've had it happen. We also don't want to go too tiny with our subsections because it will take forever if you're moving through the whole head. 1/2 inch for your subsections is going to be your sweet spot for our placement today. All we have to do now is apply our 2 colors in a repeating pattern throughout the entire head. In each subsection, I want 3 molten metal zones: the root, the mids, and the ends. I want 2 silversmith zones that will fall in between each of the molten metal zones. I wanted to say this specifically in zones because your width for each will vary based on how long your client's hair is. 2 inches is going to look way different on someone with a bob compared to someone with longer hair. If we think in zones, we can adjust and customize accordingly for each client. I'm going to go ahead and do all of my molten metal zones first. So I'm just visually looking at the hair and imagining myself splitting it into fifths. And you can see where each zone will live. So molten metal will go here, here, and here, and silversmith will live in these in-betweens. While I'm applying my color, I'm making sure that I'm working the color all the way through the subsection. And this is so much easier now that we have our new anti-overworking technology. Before the technology change, our product was thinner and more liquidy almost. When you were trying to apply it, it would start to break down and turn into this white shade. I had to use a lot more color to make sure that I was getting full saturation. But with our new formula, I don't have to worry about that at all. The only thing I have to think about is making sure it's going all the way through. Remember I told y'all the hard part was over? I was not lying. We are going to follow the same pattern through the entire rest of the head. But let's do one more section together. I'm taking a 1/2 inch subsection on a diagonal back, over-directing forwards towards the face, and painting each color in its zone. Molten metal in zone 1, 3, and 5, silversmith in zones 2 and 4. Who has already been trying to picture what this would look like without over-direction? I feel like I can tell you all about it because it really helps me understand things personally if I can see it. Does anyone agree? What if we go ahead and do the other half of my mannequin without any of our blending tricks? So instead of diagonals and over-directing, let's do horizontal subsections and paint at 0 degrees elevation. I'm still starting with molten metal in zones 1, 3, and 5, and silversmith in 2 and 4. I'm going to repeat this all the way through the rest of the head like we did on the other side, but keep everything on horizontals and 0 degrees. After our application is complete, I'll let her process at room temperature for 30 minutes and rinse with cold water and high water pressure, just until I can feel all of the color is pushed off of her hair. So what are some things that we're noticing about each half? I love that the over-directed side has this organic flow and each color really stands out. On the non-over-directed side, the colors start to look a little bit lost and the transition spots are a bit blockier, so we lose that blend. Thank y'all so much for hanging out with us today. Pulp Riot and I would love to see what you create after learning the Kaleidoscope placement. Make sure to post and tag us on socials. Again, my name is Kait Perez, Caitlin Bridget on socials. We can't wait to see you in the next one. Bye.